Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. This is a test. This is only a test. Again, if it had been an actual emergency, you would have heard me ask you to do something else. Welcome to the test of our video production system here. Come on, take a walk with me. Let's go. Come on. Whoa, 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 not so close. Social distancing. There you go. Welcome to the test of our video production system here. Come on, take a walk with me. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna sneeze again. Why don't I always start with a sneeze? Good morning. It is so good to see you. That's so fake. Now, if you will, follow along as. Now, if you will, let's. Now, if you will. Oh, really? If you will, turn your. Oh, man. If you will. If you will, turn to your Bibles. And as well. There's. Oh, it's not right either. Well, that makes me just feel so much better, doesn't it, you? These isolation from loved ones and crashing stock markets as apropos. Can we tie off? In 2 Thessalonians 1, let me see if I can. In just a twinkling of an eye, I'm harm. Are you following all those things? Social distancing, keeping yourself 6 feet apart from a. Demas. You can't do this in the pulpit. Don't squint. Let's try this. Alright. There we go. There's no one to squint. What's the date? Today is the 24th. 25, 6, 27? Is that it? Is that right? 3 yesterday, 4 Friday, 25, Saturday, 26, I think. Good morning. It is Sunday, April 26, 2020. In 2 Timothy chapter 4 and in verse 10, as Paul concludes with some personal instructions of Timothy, he says there, "For Demas, in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone to Thessalonica." If you know about all of that, surely you're familiar with the incident with the Costa Concordia. Costa Concordia. Surely you're familiar with the coastal Concordia. Concordia. Surely you are familiar with the Costa Give me a second. Surely you are familiar with the Costa Concordia. Surely you're familiar with the Coastal Concordia. Surely you are familiar with the Costa Concordia. You are familiar with the Costa Concordia. On January of 2012, on the 13th of January, off the western coast of Italy, about 62 miles northeast of Rome. West. Let me start over. This prayer was for who? Now, this prayer was for who? This prayer was for who? This prayer was for whom? This prayer was for whom? To confess and forsake and to... Isn't it true? Isn't it true? Isn't it true? Trust me, I know. I've been there. That they. Good evening. We are... Look at the camera. As long as we continue in life. One more time. As long as we continue in life, the temptation can grow to no longer trust in the Lord. I don't know about that, flipping it around. Maybe we should wait on that. Let's just, when you edit this and look at this, you be the judge, okay? I'll trust your judgment here. And expect Daniel's faithfulness to continue. Sorry, something landed on me. Sorry, it's my emails. All right, at least I'm sort of under this awning. I'll drag it over if I need to. All right, starting with verse 10. Is it raining? Dude, I think it's raining. It is raining. The sun is out and it is raining. Verse 18, now the king went to his palace and spent the night fasting, and no musicians. It's absolutely raining. Verse 18, now the king went to his palace and spent the night fasting, and no musicians were brought before him. After enlisting the support of philanthropists. After enlisting the support of philanthropists. After enlisting the support of philanthropist. After enlisting the support of philanthropist. Forget that part. Went to Solomon to speak to him on behalf of Abijah. So Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him on behalf of Abijah. So Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him on behalf of Abijah. So Bathsheba went to King Solomon to speak to him on behalf of Abijah, and the king rose to meet her and bowed down to her. He knew, all the Bible knows, that the work a mom does is not insignificant. Hang on. Motorcycle gang. whenever sports comes back and we get to go see the trash planet. Whenever sports comes back full swing, whenever sports comes back in full swing, and taking us to school, taking us to school when there is. My wife and I have been married now in a few months 21 years. And in that time, I have learned to heed her advice, to listen to what she has to say. And let me tell you why. More often than not, her advice, my wife and I have been married in a few months 21 years. In that time, I've learned to listen to my wife, to listen to her counsel and advice. In fact, the times I've gotten myself in trouble, the times where I did things that probably shouldn't have done, or invested in things I shouldn't have invested our money in, or those times I didn't listen to my wife, or I went and did it without asking, and in that time I have learned to listen to my wife's counsel and advice, because more often than not, she is right and I'm wrong.
I tell you to, press play. Oh. And Michael does a good job with his job. Wait a second. All right, Michael. Noah. Add the course back. Wait, I add the course back.